Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaraacharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Parampara. Vande Guru Parampara. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Hara Namah Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara Mahadeva. Shambho Shankara. Today we are going to start Dhanyashtakam, which is written by Pujya Aadi Shankaraacharyaji. Dhanya means blessed. Ashtakam means that which is consisting of 8 verses. Dhanyashtakam, that which is explaining about who is the blessed person whose life is fulfilled, about the man of fulfillment. Who is that blessed person and how he became blessed person? Dhanya Purusha. So in this Dhanyashtakam, we are going to know about blessed person, and if we want to become like that, what kind of sadhanas should be done, what kind of practices, spiritual practices should be done, and if obstacles will arise in the path of pursuing this truth, how we can overcome them. So all these things beautifully expounded in this text, Dhanyashtakam, and our Pujya Guruji Swami Tejomayanji, he commented very beautifully, and each and every verse explained very nicely. Even beginners also can understand very well. This Dhanyashtakam, when we are studying and when we are listening, we feel, yes, we want to be like this. What is the purpose of life? What is the goal of life? We will come to know by listening these verses. So this is beautiful text written by Pujya Aadi Shankaraacharyaji. And these 8 verses, we can say, the essence of Vedanta. Finally, each and every person wants to get immortality. Everyone wants to be happy. That too, everyone wants to get permanent happiness. How we can get that permanent happiness, immortality? all these points beautifully expounded in this text. Who is the blessed person? From Vyavaharik standpoint, from worldly standpoint, if we see, if we ask anyone, are you blessed? If some people they are saying, yes, we are blessed, how they are saying, based on what they are saying, if we see that, they say, we are blessed because we are healthy, we are wealthy. If people they are very rich, and if they are having a good name and fame in the society, a good job or good business. So, Vyavaharik standpoint, if they are having wealth, health, and good relationships with the people, if they are performing their duties well, and if they are fulfilling their responsibilities, they feel, yes, we are blessed. We are blessed, so blessed, like that they will be saying. But even though people are saying, having all these things, they are blessed, but in fact, in ignorant people's mind, we can say, there will be emptiness, incompleteness. The same person, one who is saying, yes, I am well settled and I am having everything, my life is fulfilled, I have completed and fulfilled all my responsibilities, children also well settled, like that. But still they are feeling one kind of incompleteness in their life. After so many years, if they will look back in their life, sometimes they say like this, we have done so many things, but still something is lacking in our life. That person is saying, I am not completely happy. Why saying like this? Because worldly kind of objects, material prosperity, they can give happiness to some extent. Each and every being, creature, having different kind of levels of getting happiness and feeling blessed. Bhagwan blessed me with these kind of things, be saying based on worldly kind of things. But when it comes to the spiritual personality of that person, the emptiness is seen clearly in his life, because that person cannot get 100% satisfaction, fulfillment, peace of mind by only getting worldly kind of things. That's why the person will be saying, I want to get something, I want to do something. Still that incompleteness will be there. So, Viveka Purusha, one who is having that discriminating power, he will understand, I may be the richest person in this world, I may be having good name and fame, kirti, but still emptiness is there in my life, because all these things are temporary. And this body itself is not going to be permanent. So what will happen after giving up this body? Even while living also, having all these things in the midst of all kind of comforts, still person is feeling incomplete. So that Viveki Purusha, he will think, yes, I am having all these things. Of course, I am blessed by Bhagwan's grace, but still I want to get something more. And by his thinking power, he will understand the temporary nature of the world, objects, and relationships. So he will develop dispassion towards all these worldly kind of things. This is another level of blessedness. So from worldly standpoint, basic level, if we see person is having all worldly kinds of prosperity, wealth, health, people, everything, that is blessedness. Having good knowledge, good secular knowledge. But another level of blessedness is having vairagya towards temporary kind of objects, worldly things, and worldly pleasures also. After fulfilling so many desires, still person wants to get something more. Money, more. In relationships also, wants to get more joy. But at one point, person will think all these things are not permanent. So when that person will develop such kind of vairagya, that is called blessedness. But generally, worldly people, they may say, if people are developing this kind of vairagya, what happened to them? They are giving up everything. What will happen to them? Sometimes they may think they are mad also. But not like that. So this is good sign of seeker, blessed person, Dhanya Purusha. But here also, not only having this vairagya, along with vairagya, viveka should be 100%. And that person, if he is seeking for self-knowledge, if he wants to know really who he is, aspiring for self-knowledge, Brahma Vidya, this is one more step we can say going ahead, blessedness. If he is having that jignasa by God's grace, really he is blessed. Even in Viveka Chudamani also it is said, Jentunam Narajanma Durlabham Ityadi. So having got this, having gained this kind of wonderful life, having taken birth as human being, if he is having dispassion and discriminative power, if he is having vairagya, and if he is aspiring for spiritual knowledge, he is blessed. This Jignasu Purusha, blessed person, when he approached Master, Vivek Chudamani, it is said very beautifully. After having approached Guru, he explained his state of mind, how he is feeling in the midst of all these pairs of opposites of the world. He says with Guru, O Mahatma, Guru, I am drowning in the ocean of samsara. Please bless me with the glance of compassion. I am waiting to gain spiritual knowledge, Atma Vidya. Swamin namaste nataloka bandhu karunya sindhu patitam bhavabdho mamudaratmiya katakshe drustya rujvati karunya sudhabhirustya. Very beautiful verse said in Viveka Chudamani by Adi Shankaraacharyaji. O Sadguru, please save me from the ocean of samsara. Please bless me. When that disciple approached Guru and asking for self-knowledge and questioning about what is the bondage, what is the liberation, how I can come out from the bondage. Having heard these kind of words from disciple, Guru said very nicely, Dhanyosi kruta krutyosi pavitam te kulam tvaya yeda vidya bandha muktya Brahmi bhavitumichchasi. Dhanyosi. The Guru used this word for the disciple, just one who approached the Guru, not yet gained that spiritual knowledge, but just having that jignasa, having that vairagya, developed that vairagya, and approached Guru and asked for self-knowledge. That time itself, Sadguru said, "You are already blessed. Dhanyosi. Krutakrityosi, your life is fulfilled. Not only yours life, entire your family is blessed indeed. You want to come out of that bondage, ignorance. Brahmi bhavitum ichchasi. You want to know your true identity and to become Brahman. You are really so blessed." So we have started from what is the blessedness means. From worldly standpoint, having all worldly kinds of gains, that is one kind of blessedness. But more than that, if we see, having vairagya is more blessed, vairagya and viveka, and having the sign of seeker, one who wants to know self-knowledge, jignasu, he is more blessed. And approaching Sadguru, studying Shastras, and realizing the self, getting that liberation, final beatitudeness. One who got that, he is really blessed. This is real fulfillment of life. No incompleteness, no hollowness, not at all depending upon anything in this world. Not expecting any kind of worldly pleasure, not only here, hereafter also, when Swarga Sukkhas also. Absolutely enjoying his own self, reveling in his own self. Brahmananda, we can say, Paramananda. One who realized his true nature, he is blessed person. Krutakritya Purusha, we can say. Generally, we will be using this word also. I am Krutakritya now. It's fulfilled. But real Krutakrityata, what should be done, it is already done. So attained the supreme goal of life. Gaining that moksha sthiti. So one who got this is blessed person. And one more step. What is there after gaining moksha also is what is there? Still he wants to call himself Dhanya Purusha. Something else is there? Yes. What is that? It is after knowing his true nature, still he is having love for Bhagwan. This is called Jnanottara Bhakti. He knows who he is. He realized the oneness with Supreme Bhagwan. After gaining this knowledge also, having devotion, supreme love for Bhagwan, that is highest kind of dhanyata. He is Dhanya Purusha. How many Mahatmas, they realize their self and reveling in devotion and serving the world. After gaining that knowledge, it's not I got it. It's not like that. Out of that happiness, we can't use even word happiness. It's much more than that. Out of that fulfillment, he will serve the world. seeing everywhere his own self, Sarvatma Bhava. This is highest kind of blessedness. If all of us seekers, if we want to reach that kind of beautiful, wonderful state, we can't say that is state also, that blessedness, blissful, moksha sthiti. What should we do? So, in this Dhanyashtakam, from the beginning onwards, what should be done by a seeker to become Dhanya Purusha? It is expounded beautifully. In the first verse, who is the blessed person? It is said, and what is the supreme knowledge also is expounded, and the state of ignorant person also is said. So where we are and where we should reach, we will come to know by listening this Dhanyashtakam. We are also already blessed because of that blessedness by Bhagwan's and Guru Parampara's grace. We came into the path of spirituality and we are studying scriptures. So we are also blessed indeed. Repeat after me. Please repeat after me. First sloka in Dhanyashtakam. Tajnanam prashamakaram yedindriyanam. I will chant it twice. First, you can listen. Second time when I am chanting, along with me, you also can chant. Okay. Tajnanam prashamakaram yedindriyanam. Tajnanam prashamakaram yedindriyanam. Tajgneyam yedupanishatsu nischitartham. Tajgneyam yedupanishatsu nischitartham. Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischiteha. Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischiteha. Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. Tajnanam. Tat plus jnana. First we will see the word meaning of this sloka, then we will see inner meaning of it. Tat means that. Jnanam means knowledge. Tat plus jnana, when we combine this word, taj jnanam, because of sandhi. Tad jnanam, that knowledge is prashamakaram. Prashamakaram means that which is quietening, that which is calming, that which is making something quiet and giving tranquility. Prashamakaram yat indriyanam, yet which indriyanam, indriyana, sense organs, that which is quietening sense organs is called knowledge. This is a wonderful definition of jnana, knowledge. Why it is called so great kind of its knowledge, that which is quietening indriyas, how it is connected to realizing the self. Supreme knowledge means generally we think self-knowledge. Yes, Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. In Bhagavad Gita, we see having good qualities. values also called jnana. But here it is said, especially we come across this kind of definition in this Dhanyashtakam only. Tat jnanam prashamakaram yed indriyana, that which is quietening sense organs is called jnana, knowledge. How we are getting knowledge? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. These are called sense organs, jnanendriyas, pancha jnanendriyas. Through eyes we are seeing rupa. By ears we are listening the sound. So shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. These are called indriyarthas, sense objects, we can say. So when these sense organs are perceiving sense objects, we are gaining the knowledge. We will see something. That form will enter through our eyes into the mind. Yes. So whatever we see, whatever we listen, whatever we are eating, means whatever we are perceiving, all these things are creating anubhava, we can say, experience in our mind. So data is collected by our sense organs and it is given to mind and intellect. So based on this data, our mind and intellect, they are responding. So that response will come through again through our sense, we can say karmendriyas, organs of action. So organs of perception, they are gaining knowledge and giving data to the mind and intellect. Based on that one, again we are acting in this world. So how knowledge is taking place means through our senses only. So when we are gaining this knowledge, perceiving, if that kind of data is not good, then what will happen? Those kind of impressions will be what you call rooted in our mind and they will create hesitation and they will create desires. Generally it is happening. Nowadays though, all the time we are so much extroverted from the world around. So much data is entering into our system through mobile phones, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, whatnot, TV. So much data. We cannot call it data also. Unnecessary kind of things perceived by our senses. The data will create again desires. So because of that hesitation, anxiety, whatever we do, that action will not be perfect. All these things will create more and more vasanas. If we go more into details, all these things, when they create vasanas, these vasanas will obstruct, become great obstacles to realize ourselves. In Shanti Mantra it is said, Bhadram karnebhi srunuyama devaah, Bhadram pashyemakshabhiryajatraah. May we listen auspicious kind of things. May we see auspicious kind of drishya, rupa, forms. Why it is said, whatever we are seeing and listening, Based on that one only, our thoughts will be there. Based on thoughts, our actions will be there. So here it is said, tad jnanam prashamakaram yet indriyana, that which is quietening our sense organs, senses, is called knowledge. Just for example, when we listen, what you call kind of music, so much noisy, and words also are connected to the worldly kind of places and all those things. I'm not using particular word, but you can understand. When we listen such kind of music, you can say rajasic kind of music. When we listen that, what kind of reaction will be there? Response will be there. So entire system will be agitated. When we see and listen such kind of rajasic kind of things or tamasic kind of things, all those impressions again and again, they will create more and more desires, and we want to fulfill such kind of desires. Especially nowadays, children and youngsters, pitiable condition we can say. What kind of data we are getting, information we are getting. So here it is said that is beautiful knowledge, wonderful knowledge, that which is quietening our senses. Instead of listening that rajasic kind of music, if we listen melodious kind of music. This is only one example. Morning time, when we listen Venkateswara Swami Suprabhatam, how our mind is quieted. Yes. In the slow and melodious music when we are listening, all our senses also will be quieted. Eyes, ears, all these things, all these senses, if they want to see more, they want to listen more, jumping into the worldly kind of things, in such kind of state where that seeker will sit quietly and inquire into the truth. Is it possible? Not only from the seeker's standpoint, even worldly person also so much hesitated. In the midst of all kinds of comforts, so-called comforts, losing the peace of mind. That peace of mind becoming pieces, we can say, pieces of mind. Beautiful sentence, statement here. Tat jnanam prashamakaram yad indriyana. If we can understand only this one itself, immediately we can say, we can get peace of mind. So what kind of knowledge we are gaining? That is most important. Is it making us more extrovert, or is it making us to turn towards Bhagwan and our own self? Is it giving peace, tranquility, or not? We have to check. So the jnanam prashamakaram, that word can focus, prashamakaram, extremely quietening, still, like that you can say. Yet indriya, because indriyas are very powerful. Even in Upanishads also it is said, paranchikani vetrunat swayambhu. These indriyas by nature, we can say, made in such a way, always they will be extroverted. Brahmadeva, he created like that, what we can do. But Bhagavan, he blessed to control those senses and channelize them properly, utilize them properly to attain supreme beatitudeness. So even though they are in nature extroverted, by our effort, by gaining proper knowledge, see, when we listen these scriptures, automatically our senses will become so quiet. Yes. Indriyas are like wild animals. If we make them our pets, best example, whatever we say, they will do it. Yes. So we have to provide, or we have to get proper knowledge. Because of that knowledge, we can say sattvic kind of knowledge, our sense organs will become quiet. When they will be quietened, we can do sadhana well. We can focus well. With agitated mind, we cannot get anything. With peaceful mind, we can achieve anything. Next line. Taj Gneyam. Again, break that word. Tat plus Gneyam. Tat, that. Gneyam. Gneyam means worthy of knowing. Gneyam. Worthy of knowing. Yet Upanishatsu Nishchitartham. Yet, which Upanishatsu, that which is ascertained in the Upanishads. Upanishatsu, 7th case, Saptami Vibhakti, in the Upanishads. Nishchitartham. We can break like this also. Upanishad. Sunishchitartham. Also. Nishchitartham. Nishchaya means determined. Nishchitartham means the ascertained theme. So that is worthy of knowing that which is ascertained theme in the Upanishads. These Upanishads, also called Vedanta, Shruti Shiro Vakyas, given in the Upanishads. Shruti Shiros. Shruti Shira, Shira means head. Shruti Shira means, Shruti means Vedas. Shruti Shira Bhaga means Upanishadic knowledge, Vedanta. So whatever said in the Upanishads is worthy of knowing. It is said like this, then what about other kind of branches of knowledge? We should not know? Not like that. We should gain secular knowledge. Academic studies also required. But to realize our true nature, to recognize our true identity, in other words, we can say, to get permanent happiness, we must know the theme of Upanishads, ascertained theme of Upanishads. In spiritual terms, if we see, Aparavidya and Paravidya. Aparavidya is very useful, but by Aparavidya itself, person will not feel fulfilled. So to get that dhanyata, we should gain the knowledge of Supreme, Paravidya. So that Paravidya is worthy of knowing. Here it is said. What is the theme of Upanishads? Jiva Brahma Aikya. the unity of individual being with Supreme Self. In other terms, or Mahavakyas, if we see, Tattvamasi, that thou art. You are that Supreme Self. Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Ayamatma Brahma. So in simple terms, if we want to understand, the essence of Upanishads is realizing our true nature. So Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya is expounded in Upanishads. If we don't know our true nature, if we don't realize our true identity, even though we'll be having so many things in this world, but we are not going to be permanently happy. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi always says, first you should know who you are. If someone will go and ask him any question, he used to ask in turn another question. Who is asking this question? So question yourself, who am I? Identifying with the body, we will say I am so and so. Identifying with relationships with others, we will be saying I am so and so. I am daughter of someone. I am son of someone. It's like that. Identifying with our profession, we will be saying I am so and so person. I am working here. It's like that. Without having all these kind of things, positions, who you are. In this world, when you have taken this particular form and one particular name given to you, and you are thinking yourself so and so person, identifying with name and form and guna dosha, etc., and qualities. But without all these things, who you are. So, who am I? This question will be answered in Upanishads. We will come to know really who we are. That self-knowledge is revealed in the Upanishads. So, tad gneyam yet Upanishadsu nishchitartam. That is really worthy of knowing. Whether you know worldly kind of things or not, that doesn't matter. But you should know who you are. That identification should be known. Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischitehaha. Te means they. Plural. They are dhanyaha. Dhanyaha, blessed. Those who are fulfilled their life. Te dhanyaha, they are blessed indeed. Bhuvi. Bhuvi means in this world. In this world, who are the blessed people? Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischitehaha. Paramartha nischitehaha. In the end of this word, you see, iha word is there. Iha means chesta. Chesta means action. Chesta, generally we will be saying na chesta. So chesta means action. Iha. Paramartha nischitehaha. Those who are strongly, decisively striving hard to realize the self, to realize the supreme truth. Paramartha. Parama artha. What is that Parama artha? Paramartha. Moksha sthiti. Supreme reality. So here, who are the blessed people? If it is asked, They are the blessed people, those who are striving to realize, putting forth their effort, having strong determination to realize their own self, supreme truth. Here another meaning also is possible from two standpoints. From a realized master standpoint, if we see, they are blessed people, those who have realized the supreme self and fulfilled their life. Out of that fulfillment, rising chesta means rising actions. They are blessed. Means after gaining that self-knowledge, seeing in each and every being their own self and serving them, whatever they will do, each and every action is rising because of that fulfillment, that blessedness, that blissful state out of happiness they are serving. This is from realized master's standpoint. And seeker's standpoint, if we see, sadhaka's standpoint, who is the blessed person, one who is striving to realize, one who is having strong determination in his mind to realize supreme truth, he is called blessed person. I hope you understood from two different standpoints. From realized master's standpoint, another one is seeker's standpoint. So seeker's standpoint, whatever he will be doing, everything is sadhana for him. Studying scriptures, doing japa or puja, serving people, everything iha means actions. Everything, all actions are to purify his mind, to gain more knowledge of self and to realize the self. Realized master already he gained that knowledge. Out of that fulfillment, he is serving. So all his actions rising from that fulfillment. So they are blessed. What about others? Sheshastu. Shesha means remaining people. Sheshaha tu. Sheshaha, all others means, just now we have discussed about Dhanya Purushas. So other than them, all others too, whereas Brahma Nilaye Paribhramantaha. Brahma Nilaye. Nilaya means abode, dwelling place. Brahma means delusion. Lot of confusion. In our words, if we want to understand. Brahma Nilaya. Brahma means that which is not real, that which is not true, but thinking that is true or truth, and which is not there, seeing something is there and not able to recognize what is the reality. That is called Brahma. Confusion. Lot of confusion. So Brahma Nilaye, the abode of delusion. Paribhramantaha, they will be wandering. So ignorant people, all others, just they will be wandering in this world, we can say. Abode of delusion. What kind of delusion? Even sometimes ignorant people, we don't know we are in the delusion. Brahma is like that. Bhranti. So they are blessed, those who are Paramartha Nishchitehaha Bhuvi in this world, and Sheshastu Brahmanilage Paribhramantaha, remaining all other people, just they will be wandering in the world of delusion. So in this verse, we have seen Tat jnanam prashamakaram yedindriyanam, that knowledge which is quietening senses, sense organs. Tat jneyam yed upanishatsu nishchitartham, that is worthy of knowing. Jneyam yed upanishatsu nishchitartham, that which is well ascertained theme in the Upanishads. Te dhanyaha bhuvi paramartha nishchitehaha, they are blessed people, blessed persons, who from seeker standpoint decisively striving hard to realize the supreme truth. From realized master standpoint, whatever they are doing, each and every action rising from the fulfillment of realizing the Sat. Sheshastu Brahmanilaye Paribhramantaha, remaining all others, they are wandering in the world of delusion. How we can become blessed people? This said, the sadhana in the next sloka. Tomorrow we will see. Once we will chant this first sloka together. Tajnanam prashamakaram yedindriyanam, tajneyam yedupanishatsu nishchitartham, te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nishchitehaha, sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. Some places it is given last word of this verse, paribhramanti also. You may come across that one. So, paribhramantaha or paribhramanti also. Okay. Tomorrow we will see more of it. Let us chant Bhagwan's name once. Om Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, 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 Jaya Jaya Ram, Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Raja Ram. बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु, ओम असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।